Order. Questions to the Prime Minister. Mr. Khalid Mahmood.
Number one, please, sir.
Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this morning I had meetings with ministerial colleagues and others, and in addition to my duties in this House, I shall have further such meetings later today.
Khalid Mahmood.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Chancellor was asked 6 times this morning whether it had conversations with Lord Green about tax avoidance. They don't like to hear it. Whether it had conversations with Lord Green about tax avoidance, he refused to answer. Will the PM now clarify whether he or the Chancellor has had conversations with Lord Green when he was the Trade Minister about tax avoidance at the HSBC?
We dealt with all this a fortnight ago. All the proper checks were made, and this is the same Lord Green, this is the same Stephen Green that Labour gave a job to just before the election. That's the truth, and they can't get away from it.
Mr. Andrew Turner.
Mr. Speaker, a centre for excellence is to be created on the Isle of Wight for composites, advanced manufacturing and marine technology. This project, led by GKN Aerospace and the Isle of Wight College, will benefit new and existing island businesses. Does the Prime Minister agree that this is an excellent example of government and supporting local economy and ensuring young people on the island have the skills that the industries of the future will need?
Well, I think my honourable friend is right. This is an excellent development. The Solent Local Enterprise Partnership has received nearly 11 million funding through the growth deal to build this centre of excellence for composites on the Isle of Wight. This is going to provide 550 students, workshop and learning facilities, and will include over 250 apprentices. This is all part of our long-term plan to build up Britain's skills, build up Britain's manufacturing, build up our apprenticeships, and make sure more people get the security and stability of work.
8-minute ban.
Mr. Speaker, before the last election, the Prime Minister made a no ifs, no buts promise on immigration. Can he remind the House exactly what that promise was?
Well, we promised to cut net migration. We've cut it from outside the European Union, but it's increased from inside the European Union, not least because we've created more jobs than the rest of the European Union put together.
He was rather coy about his precise promise, Mr. Speaker. It was in his contract with the British people. Net migration cut to the tens of thousands. But now it's at 298,000, higher than when he took office. And here's what he said in the contract. Here's what he said. If we don't deliver our side of the bargain, vote us out in 5 years' time. When he said that, did he mean it?
Well, there are 2 reasons for high migration. One is the growth of our economy, and the other is that our benefit system allows people to access that benefit system straight away. I say, let's keep the strong economy, let's change the benefit system. He wants to keep the benefit system and trash the economy.
Mr. Speaker, I do have to say to him, his promise on immigration makes the Deputy Prime Minister's promise on tuition fees look like the model of integrity. If he can break so spectacularly a solemn promise on a fundamentally important issue, why on earth should anyone believe any of his election promises this time?
Well, I'm glad he mentions the document. I brought it with me. I have, as you'd say, Mr. Speaker, procured a copy for the interests of the House, and I'd like to run through it. Here are the commitments we made. We will protect pensions. We protected pensions. We will train 4,000 Sure Start health visitors. We've trained 4,000 Sure Start health visitors. We will protect free TV licences for the over 75s and keep free eye tests for pensioners. We kept that promise. There's plenty. I've got all day, Mr. Speaker. I think these are very important. It says we'll keep the winter fuel allowance. We kept the winter fuel allowance. It says that we will ensure cancer patients get the treatments they need. We've made sure that happened. But, Mr. Speaker, there's lots more. There's lots more. Here we are. Just keep going. Plenty of time. spending every year. We've increased health spending every year. We'll introduce a married couples tax allowance. We've introduced a married couples tax allowance. We'll increase the basic state pension. We've increased the basic state pension. There's plenty more, Mr. Speaker. These are commitments made, commitments kept. What a contrast. What a...
Mr. Miliband.
So, Mr. Speaker, so now we know you can't believe the promise on immigration from the leader of the Conservative Party. It's not worth the paper. It's not worth the paper it's written on. Now,
Order. Can I just ask the House... Order. Can I just ask the House to have some regard for the views of the public about our behaviour, given that we'll be seeking their support in the weeks ahead? It's quite straightforward, really. Ed Miliband.
they're laughing about his broken promise on immigration. Now, let's ask him again. He promised net migration in the tens of thousands. Will he now admit that he has broken that promise, yes or no?
I've been very clear. We cut migration from outside the EU, but we've seen it rise inside the EU. We've got a plan to deal with that. But he talks about the commitments. Mr. Speaker, I've got a few more. It says we'll cut wasteful spending. We've cut wasteful spending. It says we'll reduce carbon emissions. We reduced carbon emissions. It says we'll have 400,000 apprentices. We've broken that promise. We've had 2 million apprentices. Election time, we're all getting to think about leaflets. I've got a little question. Apparently, you can go round to his office and he stands on a soapbox to make him look a little bit taller. Let's ask, how many people are going to put the leader of the opposition on their leaflets? Come on, hands up! Hands up! Come on, guys. Right. Here we are. I think that's enough about leaflets for now.
Mr. Speaker, so it's all about leadership. Well, there's a very excellent, great, and there's a very good chance to discuss these issues. The broadcasters have proposed a live head-to-head debate between the Prime Minister and me on the 30th of April, a week before polling day. I will be at that debate. Will he be at that debate?
It is all about leadership, Mr. Speaker, and we see no leadership from the party opposite. What's interesting, Mr. Speaker, we're having a debate now, and they cannot talk about the economy. They can't talk about jobs because there are more jobs being created. They can't talk about growth because growth is going up. They can't even talk about living standards because of the breakthrough report today showing living standards are back at their pre-crisis peak. I say, let's have these debates. Let's get on with them before the election.
Okay, if he wants an additional debate between me and him before the election, I'm very happy to agree to it. But the broadcasters have set a date. He says the election is all about me and him, but the one thing he wants to avoid is a TV debate between me and him. I'll give him another chance. I'll be there on April the 30th, a debate between me and him. Will he be there, yes or no?
He's now given up on the 7-corner debates. He doesn't want to debate with the Greens anymore. Yeah. He watched the press conference. We all thought it was a car crash. He probably thought it was a masterclass. We're having a debate now, and he can't talk about the economy. He can't talk about jobs. He can't talk about living standards. He can't talk about what we've done for our economy. And the reason why, he's got no leadership whatsoever. The truth is, Mr. Speaker, we have a recovering economy, and we mustn't let Labour wreck it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Next Monday, a seemingly minor amendment to the